And it was just something I guess NyQuil was really comfortable on, and they're taking out that Sejuani on Hipster Dragon. They do not want to see that again.
Was a very good performance by a Hipster Dragon on the Sedge, making plays happen in the mid lane, and showing some early love to that bottom lane. Kha'Zix and Yasuo coming up as the next couple of bans, same as last game, and as we stated, just comfort picks for these players. Don't want them on those champions that they can just be incredibly comfortable and put out a high level of performance.
Orianna also banned out, same as last game. They just don't want to control mage in the mid lane, which is definitely understandable.
Absolutely. Now, this is where I would like to see the Lulu ban, but they stick to their guns and they take out the Jarvan.
So the only ban difference here, the ban that they added, they actually took out the Sejuani for Hipster Dragon. So, other than that, these are the exact same bans that we saw last game.
Right. What ban did they drop, actually? I don't have my notes very well put together right now.
The Sejuani is a new ban.
But what did they ban last game?
They banned Aatrox instead, because that was their drop ban.
Oh, right. They had the drop ban.
Yeah.
I'm an airhead on that. So, running out the clock is Kenny here, but he does go ahead and pick up that early Shen. I guess they were comfortable with that top lane matchup, and they just want the... Or wait, no, excuse me.
It's the opposite,
had
yeah.
the Shen last game, yeah. So, wanting to take away the map mobility from Illegal Jesus, stop him from impacting those other lanes.
And they're going to pick up the Tristana again. I guess that's just what they're going for. They're going for the hyper carry for Calm Down. It worked out really well last game, and they want to see if they can do it again.
If it ain't broke, you don't fix it.
Yes,
and
that's what I always say.
Wouldn't be surprised if they actually just go ahead and pick up the Lulu as well.
And they will.
Yeah, just extremely, impressive performance by that bottom lane. Tristana and Lulu, I said it last game, though nobody could hear me. Say it again. It's in my opinion, it is the strongest bot lane duo, stronger even than Xayah Rakan in the laning phase. And we see an Ezreal hover here. I don't know if Doden is...
No, Doden goes for the Gragas again. That's a comfort pick for him.
And the last game, the problem wasn't Doden. The problem wasn't that the Gragas got counter jungled or was, unsuccessful in ganking. It literally was just that Thunderlord's Lulu doing an unexpected amount of damage and getting a huge early lead for the Tristana.
And we see Talia and Ornn picked up on either side here. They want to pick up that Ornn. I think they were looking to play it last game, but it was banned out by AD Cuties.
It was banned out. Illegal Jesus has played it in previous series. Ornn buffs have come through, so it's a very formidable pick. I think into the Shen especially, that's a good lane for it, and I'll be excited to see what he does with it. Rakan ban coming out, as well as the Viger. I guess the impact of Where's the Fun being able to control zones with that Dark Horizon, just too much. They don't want to deal with it again this game.
For sure. And they ban out the Twitch again. They just don't want to see that champion played, and I respect that.
It is absolutely a very high impact late game carry, especially with the Shen and the Gragas giving him enough of a front line to be comfortable with the pick. Ahri, the last ban, though, I guess Where's the Fun is actually known for these mid lane roaming champions. He's played the Corki, he's played the Talia, and Ahri is one of those that has a similar playstyle of just being able to shove out the mid lane and go somewhere else on the map to make a big play. Rek'Sai being picked up as the first pick for Team AD Cuties and answered immediately with the Caitlyn Janna. Caitlyn Janna, the classic bot lane. It's for years now, it's been considered one of the safest, most reliable bottom lanes, and Caitlyn's in a good spot right now. So hopefully they'll be able to fight back a little in the bottom lane instead of having the maybe a little bit riskier choice of Sona last game.
And the thing with that is they're actually able to play really far back early on, and that provides definitely more of a cushion because the Lulu's not going to be able to come up and get free Thunderlords procs on you. So for her to come up, she's going to get punished a lot by the Caitlyn Janna because they're both able to sit so far back.
Vel'Koz being picked up as the last pick for the for Team Bamboozle here, and that is a very strong pick. You don't see it a lot on like the world stage, but in these games, within our league specifically, it's been played successfully by players like Prosit, and I think there was one other series that had a Vel'Koz mid, and the ultimate from Vel'Koz just does tons of damage.
Yeah, especially when you add in the Disintegration Ray and the fact that it has his passive on it, which I can't think of the name of right now, but it gives you true damage every time you get 3 stacks of it.
Right, I think it's the Organic Destruction.
Oh, Deconstruction, yeah, Organic Deconstruction. Yeah. That's the true damage from Vel'Koz. And if he lands his full combo on you, he's going to get at least 3 procs of his passive onto you, which is at level 16 probably 600 true damage for free. So if they're looking for another late game comp,
in the mid game especially,
yeah,
and it's very safe and reliable because you can do all of that damage from fairly long range, whereas the Taliyah has to be a little bit closer to the action, has to get in your face a little bit more.
And, Taliyah is regarded as a control mage, but Vel'Koz is also just one of those champions that can control the pace of the mid lane because he's able to sit so far back and just spam abilities and get wave clear with his W. It's just a really safe pick in the mid lane, almost no matter the matchup.
And I actually really like what Taliyah brings to a team composition when it comes to making picks. Now, you already have the Gragas, which is a strong early jungle. He's got the belly flop, being able to go in, lock down a target, set up for a Taliyah to fling him. What's the name of Taliyah's fling?
Did you say belly flop?
Yes, I did. The colloquial name for Gragasy. But anyways, they have a lot of ability to make picks with the Gragas and the Taliyah. That's a powerful mid lane jungle combo. Being able to body slam and then follow it up with the seismic shove.
Definitely. Yeah, Bun, I wasn't talking about Vel'Koz being a control mage, so, yeah, thanks for your input, appreciate it. So yeah, we're going to be loading in the game in about 30 seconds here. It'll be interesting to see whether Lulu elected to go for that Thunderlords again, or is going to take Wind Speakers, because she's not going to get as many free procs of it against the Janna Lulu, and she might need to sit farther back, so we will see what happens.
It'd be interesting if he does go ahead and make that adaptation to go for more of a late game focus with the Wind Speakers. I think with the Rek'Sai that they actually do still have a pretty strong early game ability to pressure that bottom lane. Rek'Sai can gank in very interesting ways, especially from the red side. So, it'll be interesting to see how that bottom lane plays out. Of course, last game it was a very dominant performance, and it kind of changed the whole game, with that 6-0.
Hello? Ooh, I got auto AFK. I'm here now. I love Discord servers with auto AFK settings. It's my favorite.
Yeah, glad to have you with us. For everyone just tuning in, this is Team Bamboozle versus the AD Cuties, Game 2. Bamboozle took a very dominant win in Game 1, and looking to have a repeat performance here in Game 2.
Okay, take the music.
I actually did not catch if NyQuil went with the Thunderlords there.
I didn't either. I was setting stuff up.
We're gonna check that. Going for a coin start though, so definitely playing the lane more passively, not picking up that Spell Thief's Edge. Level 1 here, pretty standard, got the defensive fan. Where's the fun actually not completing the 5-point, standing here in the mid lane instead of up by the Raptor camp? Might give Kenny a chance to go in and get that ward onto the red buff.
And they're both looking for bot lane starts here. I think what they're looking to do is ganking either mid or top first is probably a priority. Ganking a Janna is always a difficult task as a melee champion, and ganking Lulu is never fun either because of the polymorph and her ability to peel you off.
Absolutely. Top lane, Ornn does a surprising amount of damage in the early levels. I don't know if Kenny is familiar with the matchup, but he should be looking to play it fairly passively, as most Shen matchups, tend to go in the favor of the champion that's not Shen.
And Ornn actually starting with just 2 pots here, maybe looking to build something more expensive with his passive. So that'll be interesting to look at.
I have seen that before, and he's using his passive now. Let's see what he picks up.
Okay, so I guess that's just an extra pot that he's able to pick up in the beginning of the game to pick up the Doran's shield. So he's got a pot advantage onto Kenny now.
Hasn't even used his pot though. I don't know if I agree with that. I think that using Ornn's passive
Gold
for
Chain
pots
playing really aggressive here, and they actually get the heal out of NyQuil. So a summoner burned almost for free there in the bot lane.
Got a pretty nice and quiet little early game here. Looks like there's a gank going on top side, but my directed cam chose not to show it to me. Hipster Dragon just popping in and out.
King Goldchain is playing really far up on this Caitlyn, looking to press that early game
Body
advantage.
slam onto the Rek'Sai here. The Rek'Sai actually taking a ton of damage, but flash out from Gragas on the backside of it as Rek'Sai trades the damage back. Flash forward from Cavendish will pick up the first blood, and where's the fun? Actually running out of mana, not able to trade back onto Cavendish.
And that was a really smart play by Cavendish to flash forward and get that Q off onto the Rek'Sai. Because without him flashing forward and almost flashing around Where's the Fun, he wouldn't have been able to hit the
seismic
shot.
Shove onto Where's the Fun, though. Almost going down there. Will be forced to back.
Calm Down and NyQuil are playing super far back now that they saw what this Caitlyn is capable of.
And Caitlyn is a very strong pick in the early stages of the game, has that long range, can continuously poke you down. So, not going the same way as last game where they just kind of were surprised by Thunderlord's Lulu and gave up an early first blood.
They're definitely not letting him snowball this game, I'll tell you that.
Absolutely not. Taunt goes on to Illegal Jesus, but he'll be trading it back. Actually, with the size of Kenny's minion wave, he does end up losing out on that trade, but charges back in for a knockup. Rek'Sai is coming in now, going to be looking for the Unburrow onto, forces the flash from Kenny, and trades going on in the mid lane as well. Apparently, Directed Cam always finding a way to surprise me, bouncing us around the map.
And they are just chunking this tower in the bot lane.
Hipster Dragon comes in, gets the Unburrow onto Talia, forces the barrier, teleport coming in from Shen, does get the taunt onto Rek'Sai, who goes down to Cavendish here for his second kill of the game.
Really good TP there by Shen.
Absolutely. Illegal Jesus the seismic shove lands onto Where's the Fun, forcing the flash. He will likely have to back again and fall farther behind here in the mid lane.
Gold Chain is just denying so many creeps to calm down right now.
Yeah, being continuously shoved in like this. And actually, I haven't even seen them put that many wards down in the river. They do have that one pink, and they go for a green ward now. I would have really liked to see a Hipster Dragon playing more to that lane and trying to punish them for this continuous aggression.
And like I said, as a Gragas, it's really difficult to want to gank bot lane with the Janna, because as soon as you body slam, you're going to get countered by the Blistering Gale. So it's almost like not worth most of the time to go bot lane as a melee champion against the Janna Caitlyn, because you're just going to get peeled right off, and there's not a lot that you can do, even without wards.
Absolutely. The Rek'Sai would have had a very difficult time getting in there. You can actually see almost a 30 CS advantage in that bottom lane, though. Calm Down will be a far cry from the
and Rek'Sai's looking for something here.
And like you said, the knock-up from the Janna, Shen ultimate actually being used, trying to turn it around, lands the taunt onto the Rek'Sai, takes a lot of damage.
Wow.
NyQuil actually uses the heal there to try and save him, but it's not quite enough. Warren ultimate comes in, knocks up the Shen,
Doden,
but very overextended. Not much follow-up from his team there. Will he be able to get out here? Does have to use the flash.
They're going to look to push this tower.
Absolutely, with the 4-man stack here and the Talia roaming down. So it is actually 5 members here in the bottom lane. They have a lot of pressure on this tower.
And remember, headshots now work on towers, so that's some chunks that Caitlyn's able to do now that she wasn't able to do before.
Yeah, Cavendish just showing up there at the tail end of that to make sure that they secure the tower. And actually, they're going to go ahead and make a play onto the Infernal Drake as well. With the forward vision that Han just secured in by the blue buff, that's a very safe play for them to make.
Definitely. The amount of vision control that they have on the bot side right now is huge. They have vision of the dragon, they have vision of that tri-bush, and they felt very confident in taking that dragon, as they should have. So an Infernal Drake and a tower over to the side of AD Cuties. Definitely looking like a different game.
Gold at this point. We didn't talk much about scaling on either team, and I don't think that there's a clear scaling advantage either way. But at this point, like having this, excuse me, let me collect myself here. Having this level of a lead 10 minutes in gives you a huge advantage in pressure because you're able to start rotating your bottom lane around and start pressuring down other turrets, you know, to try and extend that lead with the standing gold.
Yeah, and the thing with the side of AD Cuties this game...
Oh, the disintegration ray going down onto Cavendish, forcing both summoners, does end up going down to an aggressive leap by Calm Down. Doden being caught out as well on the tail end of that. And with those 2 kills, actually the AD Cuties are, or excuse me, Team Bamboozle is going to be looking to push down the mid lane turret.
Kenny just looking for wave clear here. He does have Tiamat and Bammy Cinder, so...
Lots of damage coming from King Goldchain onto this illegal Jesus under tower, actually forcing him to... HP, actually. Yeah, you can see the gold lead on the AD carries is actually an higher zeal. Aggressive leap by Calm Down, though, going on to King Goldchain.
Double tornado.
Him and NyQuil both. Yeah, double tornado. Gragas coming in here. They might look to dive. Well, I say that.
Doden does have flash available, so he's probably going to look for a flash body slam under tower once this wave comes up.
Hipster Dragon showing up as well, though. So it is a 3v3 here at this tower. They shouldn't be looking to make an overly aggressive play. They just want to get tower damage.
That crit on NyQuil was huge.
Where's the fun actually looking like he might be thinking about roaming up there, but decides to just stay in his lane instead. Might actually be looking for a back. Oh, tons of damage going on to Calm Down, forcing the...
Here comes the Doden.
And the leap away, but Doden under the tower. There's the grab ultimate, and Calm Down goes down. Shen ultimate onto the Gragas, looking to save him here. Actually dashes in aggressively onto the Rek'Sai, who ults onto the Gragas, picking up the kill. Kenny is on the wrong side of this fight now with multiple members. Well, he will actually just walk away. Talia coming in from behind, though, looking for a seismic shove onto Lulu, but does not land it. Forcing multiple members from Team Bamboozle to back here should allow King Goldchain to pick up the top outer turret.
He is looking really comfortable on that Caitlyn.
Where's the fun and illegal Jesus looking to defend, but there are oh, there comes the disintegration ray onto Han, forcing a flash.
That's actually a pretty big play. Now that Janna has no flash available, it's going to be a lot easier for them to jump on her and take her out in a fight. And if they take Janna out first, it's definitely huge for them, because then they're not going to have as much peel off the backline.
And does actually force the teleport from Shen to defend their top outer as well.
If you guys hear my dogs barking, just hit me with a Franker Z in chat.
Actually, Calm Down, jumping in aggressively under this tower. Tower diving the Shen. Gets the Lulu ultimate on the backside.
Finishes it off with Buster Shot.
The old Buster Shot finisher. The classic.
But that is 2 ultimates down from Calm Down and NyQuil, so they will have difficulty applying pressure as bot duo.
Definitely. This Lulu has is 100% kill participation so far, which is really, really big, because she was able to pick up that Ardent Sensor early despite being behind in lane.
Yeah, actually looks like trading a lot of damage onto King Goldchain, who is focusing mostly on the tower, but just, man, he does a ton of damage on the Calm Down, putting out the Caitlyn ultimate there, which is blocked by NyQuil to stop the kill.
King Goldchains, I don't know if he's a Caitlyn main. I don't know much about him, but he's looking like he is very, very comfortable on that champion.
He had a comfortable lane, to be sure, because with the Janna backing him up, he was able to constantly harass without being overly afraid of having damage traded back onto him.
Fair point.
And they used that to just constantly push in that bottom lane and deny CS to calm down. Both teams looking to set up for an Infernal Drake here. We actually have all 5 members from both teams playing around both the mid lane and that dragon.
No, we don't have Caitlyn ulti available, but she does have flash and heal.
There is the Janna actually hitting the whirlwind, but not enough to does go down. Disintegration Ray goes on to Caitlyn as well. Calm Down jumping all around this fight, but he ends up being caught out in the jungle here with the Gragas and a Taliyah. Flashes away from the Taliyah damage though, and actually manages to live for a surprisingly long amount of time. Illegal Jesus going in to help him ends up going down instead.
And that's what I mean by taking out that Janna early too. As soon as that Janna was taken out...
Double kill for the Gragas somehow in the middle of all of this, but Rek'Sai ulting in onto somebody, ends up dying for it. Tons of damage coming out from this Vel'Koz, who flashes forward aggressively, ends up getting seismic shoved away, and is unable to pick up any more kills on the backside of that fight. Mid lane outer tower going down in the middle of that as well.
That was a really even fight on both sides.
Very hectic as well. Kills being traded, a total of 3 kills on each side, I want to say.
Yeah, it was a 3 for 3.
But both teams looking to reset, do the Dragon Dance, secure vision, and Disintegration Ray actually being used early just to poke Gold Chains out and force him to back. Will he decide to stick around, though? Healing up a little bit with the heal from his masteries.
So like I said, when you take out that Janna early, that Caitlyn's almost a free target at that point, especially with the amount of dive potential you have with the Ornn, with the Tristana, and with the Rek'Sai. So
absolutely. And Monsoon isn't actually a very good ability to save Caitlyn herself. It's usually used to try and save another member of the team, and so forcing it out when she is alone is a very good play for Team Bamboozle.
Definitely, and I feel like that's what they're going to be looking for, is they're going to be looking for picks onto that Janna so that they can get free fights and free picks then onto the Caitlyn.
Calm Down and NyQuil actually backing here. That might give Team AD Cuties the advantage they need to go ahead and start up this drag.
Calm Down now has his IE completed, and on the other side, the Kate has a BF Sword and Static Shiv completed. So, going a little bit more on the side of damage as opposed to attack speed and crit.
Right, lots of damage coming down onto Hipster Dragon, though, as well as Taliyah poking out the Ornn here on Illegal Jesus. Rek'Sai is somehow getting on top of Caitlyn there.
Flash taunt!
Soon will reset the fight. The Disintegration Ray just doing tons of damage in that fight. Holy cow, that was close. Hipster Dragon just barely going down to King Goldchain. The Ace in the Hole coming out as well. But Vel'Koz very healthy and looking to pick up kills on the backside of this whole fight. But the seismic shove right into the Shen taunt. Just too much for Where's the Fun to handle. And if you look at the map right now, there's actually massive waves in both side lanes for Team AD Cuties. So they'll not only be able to secure this Infernal Drake, but they have a lot of pressure on the map right now that Team Bamboozle has to rush to answer.
And that was a really, really, really good job by the Janna there, peeling off all of the dive that they had on King Goldchain.
That was the perfect monsoon, because Hipster Dragon and King Goldchain were one auto apiece, and Goldchain had the attack speed, ended up winning out. But if King Goldchain had gone down there, a Hipster Dragon might have survived for several more seconds, and the fight could have gone totally different.
Definitely. And Hipster Dragon is going a lot more on the side of damage as opposed to tankiness, because they do have a super tank with Ornn. As he's picking up the Tiamat, it looks like he's probably going to go for a Titanic and some HP here.
Actually,
my!
Whoa, the crit onto Tristana and the ace in the hole goes pick up the kill, though, as Vel'Koz shows up to block that ultimate.
That crit, though.
Yeah, Calm Down getting almost 100 to 0 there. Taliyah doing a ton of damage on Nyquil, though, forcing the flash.
Kenny does
Ornn
have
and
his
Shen.
ult available, but as does Illegal Jesus, so he will be able to cancel it if it does happen.
Yeah, wow, the seismic shove onto Where's the Fun, and just tons of damage coming out as he goes down with no options.
Cavendish just poking them out, forcing the rocket jump out from the Tristana. Cavendish just flashed forward.
Cavendish in the base. Flash body slam by the Gragas there, actually, again, into the base. I think this might be a little bit over-aggressive by the AD Cuties. Shen ultimate comes down as well. Once again, into the base of Team Bamboozle. It does end up being a 1-for-1 trade, though. Wow! King Goldchain just picking up an easy kill on Nyquil, and Calm Down getting taunted by Shen and going down there as well. Just,
I don't think Nyquil anticipated the damage of that headshot. And
I don't think any of us did.
I don't think he was really I don't think he was really even expecting it to hit. He was just looking to clear the trap out of the base, but got just in range and was able to hit the auto attack and finish the kill.
Yeah, AD Cuties are about 7,000 gold, a little less than 7,000 gold. 6.3 looks to be the lead, but playing very aggressively, multiple members of the team diving into Team Bamboozle's base, and I thought for sure that that would be punished, but they end up actually getting a 3-for-1 kill trade in the extended siege, and they all back, they reset, now they're back on the map with item advantages, and just looking to close out this game.
And AD Cuties, this is the AD Cuties I was more expecting out of Game 1.
Looks like Game 1 was definitely a wake-up call for them because they're coming out looking really good in this game.
And looking at both games, we can see that it was won through the bottom lane.
Definitely.
Cavendish had an amazing performance on Taliyah this game. And, of course, let's not talk about the game like it's over. It's still very possible for Bamboozle to turn this around. They have that hyper-skilling Tristana and the very high damage Where's the Fun. But
Kenny is doing a lot of damage to this Ornn.
yeah, Ornn right now sitting on just the Righteous Glory and Tabby boots. Does not have a lot of ability to deal with the Shen. Meanwhile, Shen, of course, has the Sunfire cape and looks like he's almost finished the Titanic as well. So just a relatively high damage for...
Really?
The teams look to siege here in the mid again. It looks like Cavendish will be picking out the top tier 2. Ornn ultimate comes out, though, as well as this Disintegration Ray, aggressively forward by Calm Down. Lots of damage, but there's the flash 3-man taunt by Kenny, and Gragas ultimate throws Ornn into the fight as well.
Han is barely alive.
Team AD Cuties. And that was an amazing play by Kenny there, managing to get 3 members in the taunt and just completely turning around what looked to be a pretty decent trade of damage for Team Bamboozle.
I don't know how Han Han didn't die there.
Yeah, me neither.
I really don't know how he didn't die there. That was actually insane. And he was able to still provide
like
shields.
Cavendish
Shen ulti.
Potentially caught out, but turning around with the Shen ulti. 2v3 here, and the Rek'Sai flashing to knock up Cavendish. Will pick up the kill there. Gets a knock up onto Gragas as well, but the geometry not quite there for Where's the Fun, and Doden is able to live with the flash.
Looks like he needs a geometry tutor.
Potentially dangerous play by Hipster Dragon here, trying to stop the recalls, but King Goldchain had shown up onto the map again at that point, so if that Shen taunt landed, Hipster Dragon probably would have gone down.
And they did not have vision of Doden going back, so they're not going to actually pressure Baron here. If they did, however, I feel like they would be pressuring the Baron, knowing that a lot of members of AD Cuties just went back.
They don't really have the level of vision control that they need to be comfortable starting that Baron. I think that right now that they might be looking to get that vision, but with the Dragon going down, there's not going to be that secondary objective on the other side of the map, drawing members away from the Baron. 6 towers to 1, 17 kills to 11, and almost 9,000 gold lead for Team AD Cuties. This game has gone very well for them. They've had a lot of ability to just constantly push in with King Goldchain, not only in the laning phase, but throughout by grouping around him and guiding him to those towers. Taunt goes on to Ornn here as the Shen damage continues to be difficult for Illegal Jesus to deal with. He's not really picked up much armor at this point in the game.
And that Ornn only has 2 items completed with the boots, compared to the Shen, who almost has 3 completed items. Maybe looking for a ZZ Rot here or a Gargoyle Stoneplate.
I think that the Gargoyle Stoneplate is far more likely. ZZ Rot, not a very common item in the current meta. Talia using the Weaver's Wall, though, to catch out Hipster Dragon here, who does go down to a pretty clean seismic shove. With the jungler being down for Team Bamboozle, I expect that the AD Cuties will just turn on to Baron here. And they are actually clearing out the vision in the river and the pit there to secure that objective. Han Han, maybe not the best member to use to zone out the Team Bamboozle, does use the Shen ultimate there to make sure that Han Han does not go down. With Team Bamboozle disengaged, wow, those Shiv crits though.
Goldchains with 3 items and a QSS is just so far ahead of Calm Down right now.
Right, who's not even finished their second item at this point in the game. Rek'Sai ultimate onto Cavendish, though, does force the Monsoon. So that is an important team fight ultimate down on the side of Team AD Cuties.
They were actually trying to do a Baron
teleporting
there.
To the Baron pit and canceling. With as low as Doden is, I don't know if this is the best Baron idea, but Team Bamboozle is very far away, so they might have enough time. And it does look like they will just go ahead and secure that Baron.
That was a really risky call, but a really worth call for Team AD Cuties, and it looks like that's the common theme for this game.
I think that they had enough information about where the Team Bamboozle was that they were confident in their ability to finish it. They, of course, have picked up 2 Infernal Drakes, and like you've pointed out, they have that 3-item Caitlyn. So their ability to rush down the Baron is a lot larger than you maybe would expect at this point in the game.
Definitely. And King Goldchain picking up red buff once again. Blue buff going over to the Talia. So they are probably going to be looking to either fight or split here.
With the way that Kenny has consistently shown that he can out-trade and force the Legal Jesus to back off, I think that sending him to split is a good idea. But it looks like Team Bamboozle is actually going to collapse onto him with 4 members right now.
And this is an opportunity for AD Cuties to maybe punish them for this and push out the bot lane.
The Shen is incredibly tanky, though, and is actually just taking a very long time to go down. They will eventually. It looks like they're trading their bottom inhibitor for that kill onto the Shen. The Weaver's Wall coming in as well, just to force them away from the second inhibitor and prevent the defense. Body Slam onto the Rek'Sai does force the Lulu ult.
Here comes the Ornn
Wild
ult.
Growth comes, and there's the Ornn ult as well as the Disintegration Ray to pick up a kill onto Cavendish.
Wow.
Whoa, Goldchain's just demolishing Calm down there, as well as NyQuil.
He's got red. He's got red slows.
Yes, and the Ace in the Hole comes out as well onto Hipster Dragon, but will not pick up a kill. But this is likely going to be the game-ending push with Kenny coming up now and having that teleport.
Goldchain's just doing so much damage.
Shen is actually walking towards the fight here instead of teleporting in to save those minions. I think that they can likely still end, but I would have liked to see him just insta-cast that TP. Shen ultimate coming in now, though, to save the Caitlyn. Ornn goes in, gets a 4-man knockup, but it's not going to be enough at this point.
He's looking for a penta.
Shen taunting on Tristana. Well, he's got the Quadra.
He's looking for the penta.
They're diving the fountain. Will it be the penta?
He got it!
It's got the penta. Cavendish, actually no, Han will be taking down the Nexus on his own. There is the endgame penta. I think we call that the TSM special.
Oh, man.
Just a great game for Goldchain, ending 14-2. You know, Cavendish was on point all game with the Weaver's Wall, with the Seismic Shove, getting a lot of quick kills, but King Goldchain really just almost certainly going to be, you know, yeah, look at the damage charts. He did more than twice the amount of damage as Cavendish.